Hello YouTube, welcome back to part 2 of round 2 of the final round between myself and Tomaz. It's a Shaddoll mirror match, in case you hadn't watched game 1, and at the moment the score stands at 1-0 to me. However, against Tomaz that means nothing. Absolutely nothing, especially as he's going first now. So I've really got to be on the top of my game in order to stand a chance at getting the next win I need to finish the round. The reason I've gone so early into the side decking process here is because I want to talk about the ban list that I mentioned in the previous video. So we saw the super polymerization going to 1. Other major noteworthy things coming off of the ban list are Raigeki and Glow Up Bulb. So Plant Synchro, etc. are going to be making another appearance, which should be quite interesting. Another thing is the reinforcement of the army going to 3, sorry. Wolfbark going back to 3, Magician of Faith and Formula Synchron joining them. Again, I think these are good cards to go to 3. I was looking forward to Wolfbark coming back. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be too little too late for the Firefist deck. The format, especially now that Quillpoths are going to be coming out in a few weeks' time, the format's just too fast. Far too fast for Firefist to even get a sniff. And although Bear is lovely and all, it's just not going to be up to scratch. There might be some way to implement Bears and Wolfbarks into Shaddolls with the Fire Synchro coming out in the next set, the Fire Fusion, sorry. However, I simply can't see Firefist doing anything much, even with 3 Wolfbark. Also, Gauze is back to 2, Ceasefire to 2, and Transmigration Prophecy to 2. Transmig's going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be used much, but it could be interesting to see people playing more of it. Also Gale to 2 as well, promoting the lovely Legendary Collection 5Ds that's due to hit on the weekend of YCS London, I do believe it comes out. Anyway, back to the duel. Tomaz opens up with a Raiden in the back row, milling some cards, and at the moment his mills are quite good for me. And if I remember right, the mills following that just get better for me. He finally gets his first Shaddoll effect free milling, which is a Falcon he gets to set, which is bad news for me because the Falcon is probably the best thing he could have set up with, because now it gives him access to any of the other cards in his graveyard. Well, especially now that Raiden survived this long. At this point, I tried to use Shaddoll Falcon's effect to special summon another Shaddoll in my graveyard because Raiden attacked. However, I then realised that I only had another Falcon in grave, so I couldn't use Falcon's effect, so it had to die straight away. And at this point, I'm not too happy because I'm getting crap hands, and I mean so bad hands. I think I just drew 2 more attack in a row. I already had 1 in hand as well, so my Sanctums are near enough dead. Got the Caius in hand, and I believe a Shaddoll Beast as well. So all the tribute monsters in my hand at once, which is just lovely. About the only way I have of pulling this back is if the morale tag on my back row gets hit, and amazingly enough, it did. So finally I get to get rid of the Raiden, which kind of milled half of Tomaz's deck, so yeah, MVP there, right there. But I have to take whatever chance I get, so I tribute the morale attack for the Caius. Banishing a Shaddoll monster, I can't quite see which one that is. I believe that, yes, that was the Falcon. I decided to hit the Falcon because I knew exactly where it was, and I knew it would be bad news if I left it there any longer. I didn't want to take a pot shot at the other one, just in case it was something worse. It's always the best move to do, is go for the thing you know, unless the thing you know is not a threat to you at all, then you can leave it and take out the unknown, the uncertainties. But as a general rule of thumb, it's a good idea to take out the bigger threats. He uses Lila's effect to destroy my face down emptiness, so I don't get a chance to activate it at all. Quickly going back to the ban list as well, another big card to note, Soul Charge has gone to 1, along with Infernity Archfiend. So, Infinities are now dead, and Soul Charge is finally at 1. I was wondering how long it was going to take Konami, in all fairness. Simply being, it's one of those win button cards, and you know how prejudiced, well, any player will know how prejudiced against win buttons Konami has been getting recently. Stuff like Return from a Different Dimension, etc. You know the cards I'm on about. Anyway, he goes for the Shaddoll fusion here, summoning other monsters. And at this point, I believe Tomaz is pushing for game this turn. It'd be a good idea for it, considering he's in a great position. The dragon pops my Chain Disappearance, which at this point is really not that good. I was hoping to leave the Chain Disappearance for that Falcon that I banished earlier. However, I felt that banishing Falcon with Caius's effect would be a better idea. So you see at this point, Tomaz just so happens to have enough life points to end the game. So we will proceed to game 3.